All hail the Clicks crew! Alright guys, today we are taking a advanced look at the DC Heroclix Justice League Unlimited starter set and Dyson token pack. Special thanks to Wizkidsgames for sending this to me ahead of time to unbox for you guys and take a look at some of the figures. Make sure to check out the Wizkids info network for events in your area. The set officially drops April 8th with pre-releases starting March 25th, so make sure to keep an eye out for that stuff in your area and go ahead and pick these up because these look awesome. So let's go ahead, we're going to take a look at this box here, if we can get it focused up a little. So we've got the Justice League Unlimited there, Flash, Batman. We've got the back here, which states some things, which is create your team using iconic heroes and villains. Face off head-to-head with your opponents. Be the last team standing. So that's the basis of basically Heroclix. So what comes in this starter set? Starter sets, I like these a lot. So it says includes everything needed to play Heroclix. 6 Heroclix figures, 6 character cards, 18 objects and terrain tokens, 1 powers and abilities card, 4 full-colored maps, 2 6-sided dies, 1 Heroclix core rulebook. So this is really cool, and definitely something cool. So it's I believe this has some scenarios in it also, which we're going to go ahead and take a look at. And then here we are on the other side, where we've got Martian Manhunter and John Stewart. So let's go ahead. We're going to get into these. We're going to take a look at these two. And yeah, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and start unboxing. So here we are. We finally got everything unboxed. Man, that thing is chock full of things. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at everything that comes in this because it really comes packed with a lot of things. Again, this is why I like starter sets. It has literally everything you need. Every time somebody asks me in a video comment or something like that, which should I get when I'm start playing, I always tell them latest starter set is where you need to start. So, so what you get as far as objects is you get this punch card that has 3 yellow and 3 red. Those signify heavy and light objects. So you get a TV screen, if you can get that to focus, a TV screen that says Wizkids on it. That's pretty cool. A log and a refrigerator are your heavy objects. Then your light objects are a fire extinguisher, a steel trash can, and a bowling ball. There we go. Pretty cool. Bowling ball. So those are cool. You need those to play a game. And then you also get 2 punch cards worth of these. So the blue is the water markers. The green stuff right there, those are debris markers for when you destroy blocking terrain. Then the back of each card is also the same, where you get 3 smoke cloud markers, which are the green, 2 barrier markers, which are the brown, and 1 special, which can be used for various gaming effects. Then they have this cool thing in here, which is kind of what I was alluding to when we were unboxing this, which is 4 scenarios to play with figures, including this starter set. Check out the link below. So this is, they give you a bunch of scenarios that are going to be really cool for this. I advise you to check those out because there's more ways to play Heroclix than just the standard thing of 1v1. So this kind of stuff is always cool in my book. Then we have the 6 character cards here. So we've got the Martian Manhunter, Superman, Green Lantern, Batman, the Flash, and Wonder Woman. And we'll take a look at the sculpts, and then we'll come back to the cards so that we can see what they do and their powers. Then you get a powers and abilities card. This is paramount to being able to play Heroclix. It has everything you need. It folds out like this, lets you know what every single power does, has some basic rules things, a couple little like quick reference things that can, some of these can also be found, well actually all this can, except for what the powers specifically do, are found in either the core rule book or the other rule book that's name's escaping me right now, but this is always good. They're laminated, they're super nice. Then you get a paper copy of the core rule book, and I don't know, maybe I'm just showing my age here, but I always like to have a paper copy rather than just an internet-based one. But you can find this stuff at Heroclix.com if you want a version that's on your phone too, in addition to these. Then you do get 4 maps, and I'm not going to be able to easily show these to you right now, so these might be in another video. But you've got the Justice League Watchtower indoor map, and then we've also got a really cool map that has a bonus, and it's the Injustice Gang hideout indoor. So this is going to be really cool here. And then we've also got a second map, well, a third and fourth map, I guess, because Heroclix maps, these paper ones, are almost always double-sided, but not always. So we've got Cadmus Labs indoor and Daily Planet outdoor. I like that they did indoor-outdoor for both of them because, you never know. Indoor suits some teams, outdoor suit other teams. So these are the dice that came in the starter set. So they have Justice League, well, JLU on the 6th side. I always like these dice. They always tend to roll really well. So, let's test roll. Table prob, of course, because we're on camera. Oh, we got a 10. Okay, so these roll good. So these are cool. I like that they have the square corners. I don't know why. I don't like the round cornered dice. And then here we are with the Dyson token pack ones, and I'm just skipping ahead to the Dyson token pack for this just because to show you that they do appear by my eye to be the same. So we've got the if I can ever get anything in focus here, we've got the Dyson token pack on the right, starter set on the left, and they look, I can't really distinguish those. So there you go for that stuff. Then let's go ahead and take a look at these sculpts. So first one we're going to take a look at is Wonder Woman. Again, these animated series sculpts always turn out amazing. So Wizkids always does a good job for these. Looks really good there. Cool pose. Then we've got the Flash. Really cool there. Looks like he's getting ready to do a super speed run. Awesome looking there. Then we have John Stewart, and I love this sculpt. Ever since the first time I saw it, I was like, this is a good sculpt. So I like it a lot. Very cool there. I like that sculpt a lot. Then we've got Martian Manhunter, who's got this little flying effect here, which is really cool. Colors and paint on these look amazing. Wizkids has really been doing a bang-up job with that. So definitely want to make mention of that. Then we have Superman here. Looks like he's just getting ready to hit something really hard. And then we've got Batman here. And these sculpts are the same sculpts that you'll find in the set. However, the dials will be different. So that is the difference. If you're looking at these and you're like, well, these look just like the main set ones, that's because they do, but the dials are different. So real quick before we look at the cards, we'll take a look at what the dice, what the tokens look like from the Dyson token pack. So here we are with a Wonder Woman one. So that looks really cool there. The shimmery looks really cool in person. I'm not sure that I'm getting it great on camera, but there's that. And they all have the same back for this Dyson token pack. So it's this Justice League Unlimited, which is really cool there. So they all have the same back. but the fronts are different. So there's Wonder Woman. Then we have Batman. Really cool there. John Stewart, Green Lantern. Then we've got Superman. I like this one a lot. It really pops. Then we've got The Flash. And Martian Manhunter. So all those look really cool here. So we're going to take a look at these cards. And something that goes on with these starter sets is they're almost always, they start at 100. So the first one will be like 101 because 100 is normally the limited edition release day figure for sets. So they almost always start at 101. And then go through 106. So that's how they number them, so that they don't get confused with the regular set. So here we are with Wonder Woman. She's number 101. She has the Amazon, Justice League Deity, and Warrior keywords. She has a trait and a special on her attack. Her trait is Founding Members, speed +2, but only if your force has 4 or more characters with the Justice League keyword. For all friendly characters that can use this trait, action total +1, but only if your force has 6 or more characters with the Justice League keyword. So that's really cool there. I've noticed a trend the last couple sets where they're really trying to give you bonuses for using 6 figures, so they really want you to stay around that 50 point per figure thing. So that's cool to see that that's continuing. Then we have the special on her attack, which is Magic Lasso. Who knew? When Wonder Woman hits with a ranged attack, until your next turn, a hit target gains immobile and can't use damage powers. That's phenomenal. So here we are. We're taking a look at what her dial does. She has 2 different point lines. 100 points and 40 points has the JLA team ability. Has a 3 range single target, and at 100 points she starts off with a 10 movement with hypersonic speed and the flight ability, 11 attack with that special, 18 defense, invincibility, and indomitability, 4 damage with leadership. And then at 40 points she's got a 9 movement with hypersonic speed, 10 attack with that special, 17 defense, invincibility, indomitability, and 3 damage with leadership. This is good. Hypersonic speed's always good. That lasso power, she has everything but her last click. Both point lines are good. However, if you want to take advantage of that trait she has, you're probably going to be playing her at 40 points, which is, I mean, for 40 points, she's really good. She's going to be able to take a nice solid hit and still be alive. So, definitely cool there. Next up is number 102, The Flash. And he's got Central City, Justice League, and Speedster keywords. And he's got the Founding Members trait. It says speed +2, but only if your force has 4 or more characters with the Justice League keyword. For all friendly characters that can use this trait, action total +1, but only if your force has 6 or more characters with the Justice League keyword. So it's exactly the same as Wonder Woman's. Speed +2 could be good. You're going to catch a lot of opponents sleeping on that. They're going to, you're going to see them counting out what your swing is and stuff like that, and then you're going to be like +2. So that's going to be good. Then he's got a special on his movement, which is Everywhere at Once. Hypersonic speed, power, improved movement, ignores characters. Move Flash up to his speed value, then make a close attack targeting all characters he moved through, regardless of adjacency. Instead of normal damage, deal each hit target 1 penetrating damage, then knock back each hit character 1 square in a direct path of your choice. Ooh, man, that's really good. Okay, so here we are. We're on the back. He's got 2 different point lines. 100 points and 60 points has the JLA team ability. Has 0 range, which we'd expect from the Flash. At 100 points, he has a 12 speed with that special, 10 attack, 18 defense with super senses, 3 damage with perplex, and then at 60 points he has an 11 movement with that special, 11 attack with precision strike, 17 defense with super senses, 2 damage with perplex. Again, I like both dials. Probably like the 60 point a little bit more, and then obviously if we're taking advantage of that Founding Members trait, we're going to be playing him at the 60 point line. So this guy is really good. Definitely worth getting for him. Next up, we have number 103, Batman. and he has the Batman family, Gotham City, Justice League, and Detective keywords. He has the Founding Members trait and another trait. So Founding Members trait we've already covered twice. Seems like it's going to keep being the same thing, which is good. But no sense in covering that 6 times in a row for you guys. His other trait is Batwing. Flight ability, range +2. The first time this game, Batman would take more than 1 damage from an attack. He takes 1 damage instead. For the rest of the game, he can't use his trait, can't use this trait, protected pulse wave. So that's really cool there. So basically he's flying around in this jet until he takes more than 1 damage. Until he's supposed to take more than 1 damage, then he takes 1, and then can't use that trait. So that's really cool there. Again, 2 different point lines. We've got 100 points and 60 points. Batman team ability and JLA team ability has a 4 range dual target. And then at 100 points, he has a 10 movement with running shot, 11 attack with incapacitate, 18 defense, super senses, 3 damage with perplex. And then at 60 points, he has a 7 movement with running shot, 10 attack with incapacitate, 17 defense, super senses, 2 damage with perplex. Ooh, man, I really like both of those. This is the one I'd say maybe I'd a little bit heavily consider running at 100 points, but 60 points is still really good for this guy. And again, if we're using that Founding Members trait and we want to have as many as we can, basically, we're definitely running them at the 60 points. 60 point line is still very good. With that perplex, you're getting them up to a 11 attack anyway for the dual target end cap. So that's cool there. Next up is number 104 in the set, and he has 1 trait, which is Founding Members, which we've already covered. Then he's got the Justice League, Green Lantern Corps, and Soldier keywords. So there's that. He's got 2 different point lines, 100 points and 40 points. Has the JLA team ability, has a 7 range single target, so the longest range we've seen so far. At 100 points, he has a 10 movement with running shot and flight ability, 11 attack with pulse wave, 18 defense with invulnerability and indomitability, 4 damage with enhancement. And then at 40 points, he has a 9 movement with running shot, 10 attack with psychic blast, 18 defense with barrier and indomitability, 3 damage with range combat expert. Man, I'd have a hard time not playing him at 100 points. The dials play very differently. So 100 points, he's your main dude. At 40 points, he is your very competent secondary attacker and barrier board control type guy. So this is good. I really like both these dials. I like that they do kind of different things. So that's cool there. And again, if we're using the Founding Members trait, trying to take advantage of that, we're playing him at the 40 point line, which is still really good. And then as you can see, you close the dial out with Pulse Wave anyway, so no matter what you play, you're getting Pulse Wave. He's got regen on that last click, so definitely a solid figure there. I'm liking, I haven't seen a bad figure yet in this Fast Forces. So next up we have Superman. He's number 105 in the set. He has 2 traits and a special on his defense. He's got Justice League, Kryptonian, and Metropolis keywords. His first trait is Founding Members, which we've already covered, which is +2 to movement, which is dependent on people with Justice League keyword, +1 action total, which is also dependent on how many people you have with the Justice League keyword. His other trait is what we have is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose. Super strength. Free. Place Superman adjacent to an opposing character he knocked back at least 1 square this turn. Then make a close attack targeting that character. So super strength gives you knockback for close. So if you're able to knock him back, you're able to get a second attack. That it seems really strong. Then the special on his defenses, and show you how powerful I really am. Stop invulnerability, super senses. Superman can't be healed. So here we are with 2 different point lines, 125 and 60 points. Has the JLA team ability, has a 0 range, which is okay. That's Superman didn't really use his heat vision too much in the show. At 125 points, he has a 10 movement with hypersonic speed, 12 attack, 18 defense with invincibility and indomitability, 4 damage. And then at 60 points, he has a 10 movement with sidestep, 11 attack, 18 defense with invincibility and indomitability, 3 damage with close combat expert. And if you notice, both of those dials he closes out with some really heavy stats at the end: 4 damage, 11 and 12 attack. 2 stop clicks right in a row. Oh, this guy's so good. I would almost exclusively play him at 60 because at 60 points you're still getting your 2 stop clicks and things like that. But at 125, if you just wanted a hypersonic guy that could run around and do tons of damage, you could for sure do that. So this guy's good. It seems like each figure just keeps getting better the farther we're getting into this. So here we are with the final figure in the starter set. This is Martian Manhunter number 106. He has the Justice League Detective and Police keywords. He has a trait and a special on his damage. The trait is founding members. And his special on his damage is you have your assignments: leadership, shape change, power, choose another friendly character with 0 or 1 action tokens that shares a keyword with him, then move them up to half their speed value. That's really strong there. So he has leadership, so you're getting your +1 to your action total. Then shape change to give him a little bit of protection from getting hit. Then power action, which is you give him an action token, choose a friendly character with 0 or 1 action tokens that shares keyword with him, move them up to half their speed value. That could be super powerful there. So he's got 2 different point lines: 75 points and 40 points. JLA team ability. At 75 points, he has a 5 range single target, 10 movement with facing teleport and the flight ability, 11 attack, 18 defense, impervious, and 3 damage with that special. And then at 40 points, he has a 10 movement with mind control, 11 attack, 18 defense with invulnerability, and 3 damage with that special. I like both of these. It depends on how many points you have left. They both kind of do the same thing, but not really, because you are getting the mind control with the low point version. But you do have the phasing teleport and the super strength on the high point version, and you have access to more clicks of that damage special. So I could see a legit reason for running all of these. Alright guys, so that is the DC Heroclix Justice League Unlimited starter set. Make sure to check out the Wizkids info network for events in your area. Set officially drops April 8th and pre-releases start March 25th. Again, special thanks to WizkidsGames for allowing me to bring you this preview. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos, and it might help us get more of these previews. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.